Oh. It is I, the Strimmer, the man who makes internet content sometimes. At other times, I take photographs of houses. Sometimes I take videos of houses. And I eat and drink and use the restroom and parent my kids and feed my pets. That's about all, honestly. And then sometimes I'll play a video game here or there. That's neither here nor there. Ooh, my hair is crazy. I never know what I'm gonna look like until I hit this. Good evening. Hello. Hello, Andreas. How are you? Hope you're doing well. We're gonna talk about these old reactions again. Touch in on how we're feeling about things. I need to change the angle of this light because it's making it all. Let it bounce and diffuse a little better. Okay. All right. Got 3 viewers. Hello, everyone. Good to be back. Excited to record more Elliott Smith next week. Stefan, good to see you. All right. So I need to get my stuff going here. Go to my thumbnails. So we're picking up with Led Zeppelin. That's where we left off. Which is thumbnail number 85. Technically not the 85th reaction, just the 85th video. Because some of these I had to split into 2 parts. So like the Fishmans and the 2 Substance albums, those got split into 2 parts, so not really the 85th album, but it is what it is. Alt-Shift T, C, M. Yes. That's fine, but I also kind of want that. I hope I didn't do anything just now I can't move it. There it is. Okay, so we'll just leave it like that. Who cares? Who cares? Oh, all right. So over yonder, pull up Spotify here. But you guys aren't lonely down there. That big. And have thumbnails right there. Okay, can I hide the status bar? Yes. Can I hide the toolbar? Yes, I can. There we go. That looks better. All right, so beginning with Led Zeppelin 1. Now I need to be a little careful listening to these again, because Led Zeppelin, I feel, is very particular. I think they're UMG, or no, they're WMG, but I think that they can block pretty easily, so I need to be careful listening back to these. I feel, let me turn this down. I feel like this album, is it overlooked? I don't know. It's so I would say of the first four, my favorite would be 4, and then 1, and then 3. No, I would say 4, 3, 1, 2. 1 and 3 are pretty close though, in my personal opinion. I like 1 a fair bit. It's short, simple, to the point. How long is it? 44 minutes. I would say the songs, it's not a short album. It's a to the point album. I don't know. It feels short to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So anyway, let's go ahead and listen here real quick. Can I actually, is it better if I just like do it this way? I think I was doing it this way last time. Hold on. Led Zeppelin. And we can go over to this one here, like that, and we can turn on the Spotify screen capture down there. Never been a fan of this band. I think they are overrated. Yeah, I would also say overrated, honestly. Why am I not able to click on this at all? Hello? Why is it broken? This screen is broken. What's going on? There we go. Oh my gosh, it freaked out for a second. It's still freaking out. Hello? Okay, let me close it and reopen it here. Okay, open. Led Zeppelin. Okay, can I click now? Now I can. Okay. I think we're back. Yeah, so if I sort by the average here, what do they rate these? 4, Physical Graffiti 1, 2, Houses of the Holy 3. I don't like 2 a whole lot, to be completely honest, but like this first one was pretty cool to hear. I enjoyed, let's see, we got Good Times, Bad Times. Oh my gosh, that's loud. Sorry. Which did not jump out to me a ton. But looking back, it makes sense, I suppose. This is in my top 3 favorite Led Zeppelin tracks. Absolutely sublime. And then the riff coming up. That's just good stuff, man. Like, fantastic riff. You Shook Me is okay. This is one of those blues covers, right? I don't know. Dazed and Confused, pretty good. Nice chorus breakdown there. Your time is gonna come. Then this really cool acoustic number. Communication Breakdown, proto-punk right here. to a degree. I Can't Quit You, Baby. How many more times? So I think the thing that I enjoy about this album, I would say Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, Dazed and Confused, Black Mountainside, are my highlights. The rest I can take or leave. One of the highlights about this album, though, I think, is the production. I think Jimmy Page like really knew how to produce some really nice, crisp guitar lines. And it just sounds chunky, you know? It has a nice tone to it, a nice sound. So what's the next one? Oh, this is when we're alternating with Stereolab. I do not enjoy this album very much anymore. I didn't even at the time. I don't know. Honestly, when it comes to Stereolab, I have not gone back to it at all. I think it's a little too sterile, a little too lofty, and it kind of like gets in the way of its own like musicality, I would feel. Let's see. We got Pang right here. Super Falling Star. I mean, it sounds cool. And this is one of the better tracks on the album, the opening. Orgiastic. Very thick but flat sounding distorted guitar is very typical of Stereolab. I don't know. And then hearing Red Sleeping Beauty from McCarthy, I'm just like, they lost that edge. Granted, it's a different band, more or less, but... Not bad. I'm trying to find like the right way to describe this band and why I don't vibe with them. I feel like I've gotten close, but I want to be a little more succinct with why they don't really jive with me. All of the stuff they were doing here is just better realized on Transient, I think. Surreal Chemist is pretty cool, though. This one, so like I would say, Super Falling Star, a little bit of Perversion, Surreal Chemist, but that's about it. Honestly, like, it just doesn't do it for me, man. It does not do it for me. We'll keep talking about Stereolab as we go on, but let's continue to alternate here. How many people we got watching? 4? 4? Just 4? I am disappointed. Led Zeppelin 2. Whole Lot of Love. I think is a little overrated. It's fine. Very, very typical Zeppelin track right here. Very noisy. As far as the song goes, like, not my favorite from them, but like, I guess I could see the appeal. And if I say to you, we really shouldn't go. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Nice Pixies-esque dynamics. Lemon song. I can see how this is an improvement over 1 in some ways, but like, I don't know. Not for me, I guess. This is an interesting one. I remember thinking Thank You was pretty good in the reaction, I think. Kind of has that softer, like, Creedence Clearwater kind of 60s, 70s tone. Maybe you announced the reaction stream too shortly? Oh, because there's only 4 people? I don't know, I'm just being silly. This is a great riff. Is it a great song? Not bad. It's a fun one. I don't think anyone really likes this one, do they? Obviously a classic. Interestingly produced. This one's probably my favorite on 2. Moby Dick is a fun one. A bit indulgent, but why not? Bring It On Home. Ooh. Okay, so honestly, looking back, it's not as bad as I thought it was, or it's not like one of my least favorites, but well, it still is one of my least favorites, but like not in a negative way. I always remembered this as just being kind of like less interesting than 1, which honestly isn't true because it's doing some different stuff here, to be honest. All right, so now we have the transient bursts. Transient bursts with random noise bursts with announcements. This is one of my top 3 favorite Stereolab tracks, and one of my favorite of their rock tracks that isn't quite as like easy listening synth-based stuff that like they would kind of lean into more here. This very French krautrock thing that was very odd and interesting. But this is pretty good. Tone burst. Starts out with a nice chunky guitar. Our Trinitone blast. It's just a little more, it's way more dynamic than Peng. A little more interesting. This is one of my favorite Stereolab tracks. Oh yeah. Where's that moment? Right here? Oh, come on, where are you? There it is. Oh, that's just good stuff right there, man. Going out of my way. A little bit of Velvet Underground vibe on that one. Golden Ball. This one's a little plodding, but it sounds interesting. Gets nice and big. Pause. I remember liking Crest. Saint Etienne, I can understand that. This one people really like. I haven't listened to this since the reaction. Very krautrocky. Decent riffs. It's a little too long-winded for me, but I like what it does. It could have been cut like in half, honestly. But some people like to just put on a super long song and vibe, so I guess that's that. Oh yeah, this one's the hard-panned one. Which is just a little distracting. I like Crest. Almost like a power pop track, and then we got Lock Groove Lullaby. Oh yeah. It's just the production, the textures, the songwriting, I feel like stands out way more on this than on most of their other albums, if I'm to be completely honest. If we sort by top, Cobra, Emperor, and Dots and Loops. Wow. I'm actually okay with that. That makes sense to me. I would say either Cobra or Dots are my 1 and 2. I don't know which would be 1. Emperor, Tomato, Transient would be 3. Emperor would be 4. Followed by Mars and then Pang, as far as what I listened to. But, man. Yeah, Sybil's Reverie is one of my favorite Stereolab tracks, too. Ping Pong? Everyone loves Ping Pong. I don't know. But this album is, I think, quite notable. It's a nice, power poppy, noisy sounding thing. With just that, like, that touch of spacey krautrock on it. To keep you going, you know? Dig it. Led Zeppelin 3. How's everyone doing, by the way? Everyone doing good? Having fun? Just listening to me talk about music that I have no authority to talk about? What else is new? Alright, Led Zeppelin 3. So I forgot that this starts with Immigrant Song, man. Great riff. Great production. What a track, dude. Friends? I remember this one being odd, right? Yeah, that's right. Celebration Day. It's hot here in Colorado as well. And it's all coming back to me. Since I've Been Loving You. Classic. Dang, these, so like my least favorite Led Zeppelin stands out way better than I thought it did. It's the most interesting hard rock I've ever heard, if I may put it that way. It's ultimately not my thing. Tangerine's nice. That's the Way is very pleasant. Got the Brawny War Stomp. I like that they started to experiment with different genres on this album as well. So with this one, shoot, what was the ultimate like rating again? Let me see. 4 Physical Graffiti. Yeah, I think 3's too low. The cover is awful. That is true. The cover is a bit of an eyesore. It's granted, I don't think this is a great cover either. It looks like a bad, like, chop remix, like, oh, this is what the Japanese shirt of the first album looked like, you know? By the time you first reacted to the Led Zeppelin albums, do you know all this albums? What does that mean? Like, was I aware of these? I don't understand what you're saying. I still have to finish up with these last two. I read what you said and I don't understand it. I'm sorry. I still need to do presents. People want me to do presents, even though, like, it's really just for Achilles' Last Stand. It's a shame that text effect is something you could later do in Word. Oh, man. It just needs the gradient on it, you know? And then In Through the Outdoor. I don't know. But, yeah, 2 and 3 got some bangers on them. More than I thought that they did. Cool. All right, so that goes to Mars, which, oh man, that face just is so indicative. I was told so many good things about this album, and when I listened to it, I was like bored out of my skull. This album is so incredibly flat to me. Like, I like it maybe slightly more than Pang, but like, man, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. 3D Melody. It's almost 70 minutes long. The production is not as interesting anymore. There's like no phrasing. It's a flat line through the whole album. They lean really hard, like they're trying to mix pop with krautrock, and the result is just boring to me. I know there's some tracks later on here that I was open to. This at least has an interesting space rock vibe to it. Oh, I remember Ping Pong now. It's okay, at least it has energy. Anamorphose? Just nothing happens. It's 7 minutes long and nothing happens. I remember this one. Lush are really good, I'll go there. Man, I gotta dive more into Lush. I've only done a few tracks on the channel. Nihilist Assault Group. The bass is doing something.
I'm so full of ideas, and here's a good one.
It's like there's nothing going on here. I remember this. Again, more interesting, spacey stuff. Transport Sans Booger. Remember this one as well. I seem to remember the last track being notable as well. Yeah. Fiery Yellow. This one's nice. It's really aquatic. Like, what would the genre be on Fiery Yellow? Exotica, yeah. Love me some Exotica, honestly. It's probably why Dots and Loops is one of my favorites. So, yeah, obviously this album is like a flatline as far as like tone, melody, texture. Hey, Simple Tiger, good to see you. I would say anything that stands out is maybe like Ping Pong. I think I like this one. I can't remember. Stars Are Our Destination, Outer Accelerator, and Fiery Yellow. But like, even those are kind of samey. So I don't know. But we have an album. This one I'm really mixed on because this is a dense album. To be perfectly honest, Summer's Cauldron is weird. It's a really compelling album, I'll say that much. Is Andy singing most of the songs, or do Andy and Colin kind of trade off equally? Also, I have other XTC albums on my list. I have, I think, Drums and Wires, Black Sea, and English Settlement. Very excited to listen to English Settlement. I think this is the only track I've heard off of it, and I don't quite remember it, but I've heard that this is great. So, yeah, this one, I don't always love the vocal delivery, but the production and songwriting is really cool on this whole album. Carved into chalky halls. Nice. Meeting place. I don't... Something about the vibe of this album just strikes me as really unsettling. Like, I like the pop melodies. I think the chords are good. I think the production is really interesting and unique. It just gives me a weird vibe that I don't quite know. Like, I feel kind of uncomfortable listening to it, and I can't put my finger on why that is. You're really super, super girl. Put me on my knees. Like, what even genres is this? Art pop. It's so strange. I mean, it's a come down album. This is some new wave right here, man. This one's crazy. It's insane. I like this one. What would you... There's a word I would use to describe this. I guess, like, it has that sunshine vibe. Yeah, I would call it sunshine because, like, it reminds me a bit of, like, the kind of thing that you would hear in a soundtrack of, like, a rom-com in the 90s, you know? It's very perky. Beatles-esque, sure. And this just sounds like Piper at the Gates of Dawn. recall liking this. Or was it Mermaid Smiled next? All of the songs sound really cool. Kinks, yeah, there you go. Yeah, this one. Love this one. Very nice. This one is very spy music. Well, we like our spy music around here, don't we, Andreas? Come on. Spy music? Yeah, spy music. Dying. I don't remember Dying. Still don't know what they're about. This one's cool. Interesting way to end the album. And then, of course, you have the song that appears on some versions of Skylarking. Very popular Dear God, with the lyrical quality of a edgy 7-year-old internet atheist. Great stuff. Actually, there's a great post on here. Dear God. And it's like, look at me, I hate God, and I just don't believe I'm so smart I'm intellectually developed all those delusional low IQ believers. Sound 7.5, lyrics 0 out of 10. Yeah, like, I have yet to come across, like, a sophisticated song criticizing religion. It just doesn't happen. Alright, so there's that. Interesting departure there. We get back into 4. Back into 4. Noise. Okay, Led Zepp 4. Deluxe. This album, it rocks. It rocks and rolls. Did you know that? Best hard rock album? Yeah, probably. Opening with Black Dog. Yeah, pretty mama. Every song is interesting. I wouldn't say there's any duds. There's some, it leads the Zeppelin. They led the Zeppelin somewhere. Basic rock and roll track. This and Four Sticks are probably my least favorites, but they're fine. Gives the album some variety. Battle of Evermore. Really weird, like, delayed, like, mandolin sound that's, like, very unnerving. This one, you know, Misty Mountain Hop. For Led Zepp, did you know these albums at the time you reacted to them? I think that's a better way to phrase the question. I knew that they had an album with a Zeppelin on the cover, and I knew that they had an untitled album with Stairway to Heaven on it. I didn't know any songs. I hadn't heard a Led Zeppelin song. Like, I was peripherally exposed to, like, the Stairway to Heaven riff. But that's about it. I don't know if there, like, When the Levee Breaks, I was familiar with that intro. There was nothing that I could connect to Led Zeppelin itself except maybe, like, Kashmir. I think the Kashmir riff was the only thing where I was like, okay, that's a Led Zeppelin song. And Stairway to Heaven. But yeah, I knew very little. So it was very interesting and enlightening to go through all of these albums and kind of learn, oh. And then also doing all of this song reactions to the Madison Square Garden performances, too. Somehow I managed to dodge Stairway for Heaven for a while. This is the first time I heard that riff in like 4 years. I learned how to play a little bit of it. I don't know if I can anymore. How does it go? I can't remember. I kind of knew. I don't know. I can't remember it. I've learned a little bit of it at one point, but that's funny. Anyway, 4 sticks. This one was crazy, right? Like 4 sticks walked so swans could run. My favorite. That's mine too. Did you know that, Andreas? That's my favorite Led Zeppelin song, and I feel like an insane person saying that, and I felt like an insane person during the reaction. This one's very pleasant. Nice little bit. Yeah, dead serious. Oh, man. Definitely an easy pick for best Led Zeppelin, although I do think Physical Graffiti, while it's not one of my favorites, no, I'd say it's maybe top 3, because there's a lot of good stuff on that, to be completely honest. That's like liking a 6-cylinder Mustang? I wouldn't know. I'm not a car guy. A one-door Mustang. Anyway, Emperor Tomato Ketchup is the next one. Yeah, so this one definitely an improvement, I think, over Mars Ardiac. I have them rated the same, but at least this one is like, it has a little bit more dynamicism to it, even if it's still not quite as interesting as like Dots and Loops or Transient to me. I haven't listened to Dots and Loops in a long time, so I'm eager to listen to it again here. I remember this one, Sybil's Reverie, probably my favorite Stereolab track. It's just classic stuff here. And then you got the nice chorus. I can't sing along to a single Stereolab song. Very good ideas, few of them work. They have a handful of good ideas. Sometimes they just kind of keep reusing things. Like, I could just pin their sound down so easily by the end. And I was like, please, just anything but this, like, flat, thick, compressed, distorted guitar, please. Fishman! Oh yeah, this one had the really high-pitched. I can still hear it. I'm not old yet. Yeah, so like I said, similar problem I have to Mars. Excuse me. In that, like, there's not a lot of personality. Oh my gosh, dude. I remember coming across their songs on YouTube and being like, what's that big song? Not Apocalypse. Oh my gosh. Never Gonna Hurt You, Baby? No. It was on Nothing's Gonna Hurt You, Baby. That had like millions of views, and I like tuned into it, and I was like, I love this sound. That was like just at the beginning of me starting to get into dream pop and like beach house, and I was like, oh, captivated. That song in Apocalypse, I like love to death. I think they're fantastic. Honestly, this whole album, Dreaming of You is amazing. Starry Eyes is fantastic. But yeah, you're right. Like by 2019, it's like they're still doing the same slow, smoky, reverbery, sound, and it's like everyone's tired and bored of it already. Like, you had something good. Their album covers are pretty freaking sick, though. You gotta admit. And honestly, the cover for Apocalypse like perfectly encapsulates the feeling. Crush, another one with the window. Good stuff. Their cover of Each Time You Fall in Love, which who did that? Isn't this a cover? I thought this was a cover. Am I mistaken? Or is K the cover? I don't recall. Too predictable. Yeah, that's essentially the problem I have with. Why is Revolver on here? 5 stars. Wow. That's the problem I have with this album, is that it doesn't have the personality. It's at least varied, though. Like I said, like, these songs are standing out to me, at least. I don't quite remember them, which is kind of the personality problem, I guess. Oh yeah, this one's just kind of annoying to listen to. I remember finding this one really funny. The bass I find really amusing. Oh yeah, this one's nice. Again, we got variety. Moto Roller. I remember thinking this one was okay upon listening first time. Anonymous Collective. I will give Stereolab credit. Their outros are usually pretty cool and completely different from the rest of the album. Really cool sound. Like, this is what's so weird about this band. They can make an album like Mars that is like just completely flat and similar and like not tonally interesting one track from the next, and then they'll just do something that's completely outside of their normal rubric with a track like this. And I'm like, why are you doing this? So before we go to the next one, which is Houses of the Holy, I'm going to take a quick break. Will probably only be 5 minutes or so. Don't show it because you'll get in trouble. Use the restroom real quick and all that. So I will be right back. Hold your horses. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. Are all of my internet friends still here? Kyle? Chad? Are my bros here? Hi, the usual suspects. Hello. Okay. I am back. Listening to some of that nice slushy vaporwave, and all of a sudden, hello, young man. Chesney. Oh my gosh, Chesney. Okay, so we're kicking it off with Houses of the Holy. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me boot it up. Turn this down. So we got some good stuff on here. Song remains the same. I think this is the overrated Led Zeppelin song. I don't understand the appeal to this. It's super flat and uninteresting, and there's like ones and like 1 and 5 or fifth intervals all over the place. And I don't know. Did you write the song, Perry? I did not write any of the Led Zeppelin tracks. It was before my time. However, the Rain song, I think, is very nice. Oh, the intermission song? No. I should have that linked in the description. It's two lo-fi artists. Yeah, I wrote all the Ed Sheeran songs like in my sleep, and he paid me like, honestly, pennies. Disappointed.
Oh, you got so much.
This one's cool. You did Ed Sheeran's Origami. The crunge is nuts. Oh, that makes sense. You sound like him. This song is absurd. Interesting, but like this is kind of falling into the same traps that I think 2 fell into. Where it's like, okay, it's cool variety, but like the songs don't necessarily stand up on their own very well, except for this one, which is so freaking good. This is nuts, right? Jamaica? Reggae? Honestly, it's a doo-wop chord progression as well. Has anyone put doo-wop on here? They have. I'm gonna vote for doo-wop. That deserves to be on there. It's the doo-wop chord progression. A great simple riff. No quarter is pretty notable. Yeah, their experimentation worked better on Physical Graffiti. No quarter was also better in the Madison Square Garden. Ocean, just as boring as Song Remains the Same to me. I don't know. This album is, it's kind of wild, but it's like it's Led Zeppelin 2 is to Led Zeppelin 3 the way Houses of the Holy is to Physical Graffiti. It's a lead in to something that they're trying to accomplish. They just kind of trip it up a little bit here is the problem. I was out of focus. Focus. Dots and loops. Dots and loops. So this This is an interesting one, and I'm interested to hear these again. People really like this album quite a bit. What is the 1 versus 2 compared on this? 3.9 versus 3.8. Anyway, Brackage. This is just not crazy Aphex Twin. It's just a very pleasant sound. Just that easy listening vibe, man. Honestly, like, I really love the Exotica Lounge sound a lot. I know I've said that before, but it's just so cool and sleek. It makes me feel like I'm listening to, or watching like a Bond movie or a Pink Panther movie from the 60s, you know? This one's very cool. A Rainbow Conversation. Okay. I think I ragged on this one a bit in the reaction and people did not like that. Are they going to try to put some kind of weird percussive side thing? Trip hop. I knew they were going to do it. They're saying like, this is trip hop. Prisoner of Mars. What is that? Marimba? Do we have marimba? What is it? Farfisa? Strings? That's a marimba, isn't it? It's like a mildly melodic percussive instrument. You know what's interesting? I forgot that this is the long one. I don't even remember all the parts. Bizarre track. Parsec? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to this and it's gonna be like this is IDM or breakbeat. Just watch. Jazz step. Broken beat, drill and bass. Like, some people are like genre crazy. I like they're, I mean, like I guess that's true, but I don't know. A silk gown floats over a baguette crumbs on a wooden floor while a sunbeam flames with the smoky dreams of Agaloo. What is that? Is that an artist? Is that a painter? Ticker tape. I love to see it. I love to see it. What is this one? IDM, trip hop, funk rock, pico pop. How do you pronounce it? Because I probably heard that before. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, I remember this. Galwares? Galwars? No, I don't want to. Just go to YouTube. How do you pronunciation?
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this brand of cigarettes from France. At least that's what this word is mostly famous for, even though this simply means from Gaul, which is the ancient name for France, or at least the territory of France. So
this guy, I've never heard him before.
Female or something feminine that would come from the Gaul, and I guess it implies that those cigarettes are kind of old-style French cigarettes, which they are. They're quite strong and made with really brown tobacco. But anyhow, how do you say it? Gauloise. Gauloise.
Gauloise. Gauloise.
Gaulois.
Gauloise. Gauloise.
Gaulois. Gaulois.
I love the little bit of reverb that the
Gaulois.
pitch shift adds to it. That's really funny. I may have heard that in a point and click game. I grew up playing the Broken Sword games, which start in Paris, and one of the lead female character lives in Paris, and so like I heard words like gendarme and garçon and a few others, and like that's how I learned those words, was from the Broken Sword game. And I feel like that would have been I already forgot how to pronounce it. Gaulois. Garçon, un Gaulois. Por favor. Anyway, oh yeah, I remember this. This album, I think, is definitely their best one. It doesn't have my favorite tracks on it though, but like I get it. It's kind of like a Duster, Stratosphere. Like I listened to it and I'm like, I understand the appeal, but like it's not clicking with me. Like I don't have a place in my life to ingest this and enjoy it right now. Which is a really bizarre feeling, but it happens here and there with certain bands, certain albums. But anyway, music for cool elevators, that is correct. Physical graffiti. Not that. Not Dua Lipa. This has one of my favorite Led Zeppelin tracks on it, which is Down by the Seaside, their Neil Young send-up. Custard Pie. I just don't like the name of the song, so therefore I don't like the song. The Rover. This was kind of cool, I think. Okay, hard rock. Got a little bit of a pop melodic structure to it. This one's cool. Right up there with Since I've Been Loving You. I remember this. Not bad. This one's cool. What kind of genre is this technically? Funk? I feel like it doesn't describe it well enough. It has a good energy to it. I like the riff, obviously. The transcendent song. Like, when you hear When the Levee Breaks and Kashmir, you're like, how did a band in like 69 through like 75 make this kind of sound? Like, it sounds so modern and huge and monumental. This is probably in my top 5 favorite Zepp songs. This one's cool. Definitely has that Piper vibe again. Little psychedelic. I like some of the more like progressive aspects of this. You're getting kind of vibes of like Pink Floyd adjacent sounds. Bronnie Noir. Oh yeah. It's good. Got one of my favorites. Thing I love about this song is that like I could show this to my parents and they would be like, "Oh, that's very pleasant." And I'd be like, "That's Led Zeppelin." And they'd be like, "What?" Oh yeah, this one as well. So many great tracks on this one. Fine. Just kind of feels like an Immigrant Song B-side. This is one of my favorites. The production on it. That's good stuff. Black Country Woman. Oh yeah. I don't want Robert Plant singing this stuff to me. I'm sorry. And I think this one was kind of a dud, right? It's just all of that same hard rock stuff that they pull out all the time. So yeah, this is good. It's better than Houses of the Holy. It's honestly in some ways quite a bit better than Led Zeppelin 1 even. So yeah, I would say that this is an easy 2 with 1 and 3 tied for like third place, I would say, if I had to rank them. I don't know. Once I do like Presents and In Through the Outdoor, I'll do like a proper like tier list video. But cool. Glad we got to revisit all the Zepp. And then we're finishing out with this and then going into the New Order stuff again. Oof. Got about half an hour left. All right, so Cobra and Phases. I remember enjoying this one more than some of the others. I liked how this one had a little bit more of a post-rock thing. Good luck on the Zepp tier list comment section. Dude, I had people raking me over the coals on all of my Led Zeppelin reactions. I did a good handful of the Madison Square Garden songs and just go through those videos and look at the comments. Like people live and die by Zeppelin. It is insane. Fuses. This one was a little too dense for me, I remember. Got that very kind of like wandering vibraphone or xylophone in there. I don't remember which tracks I liked. I want to check something. The final track? Yep, the final track has the most plays, and I know why. We'll get to that in a bit. It's like a little more, it's like a mixture of like, if Dots and Loops had the energy of like Emperor, you know? It's kind of the vibe I get off of this one, which is nice. Remember this one as well? I like how much like how this one's a little more dreamier. It has a little bit more like breath to it. It's not just constant tight guitar chords like Mars is. This one does have a few duds that could have been cut though. Such a nice sound. Op-hop detonation. I mean, it's fun, but like, you hear it so many times going through their albums. I mean, like, some of these tracks could almost be a Fontana mix track. Some of them. Blue Milk. Kind of cool climax. Like, it doesn't, like, stand out. But it's more of the same. Good stuff. A few duds here and there, but you can, you know, kind of leave tracks. More of the same. Emergency Kisses. Best and worst kind. I like this one. Has variety. And then this. Hold on. Does it not have the scene? David listens to light rock. Have any of you guys seen Hilda? There's a scene in Hilda where she's going like in an air bubble underwater, and it's playing this track. And we were watching it like with my daughter back when it came out like a few years ago, and I'm like, what the hell? That's Stereo Lab. I know that song, and it's really obscure. I promise me, why? Believe me, wife. Anyway, yeah. So that's where I left off on Stereo Lab. I've had people want me to do Sound Dust, and honestly, like Dots and Loops and Cobra being the last two I did, I kind of like where they were at. So I might enjoy, you know, these kinds of albums a bit more. Especially if they're not as kind of, I wouldn't say dense, but like rocky and just like, I don't know. There was something happening back in this era that I wasn't super into, and by the time Dots and Loops and Cobra came around, I was like, okay, I sort of like where this is at. But anyway, very excited to talk about this one, because I have not gone back to this in a long time. And honestly, at some point, I'm probably going to have to do the other three good Talking Heads that I haven't gotten to yet. I do not know how I feel about Talking Heads. They are such a strong taste, but people live and die by Talking Heads, to be honest. And I want to know why. I want to be able to get it. I mean, I kind of do. Once in a Lifetime is a great track, of course. All right. What album is this? This is Fear of Music, starring David Byrne. Thank you. Thank you. Big Summer Blowout. Hi, Zimbra. Yeah, I remember this. Fear of Music copyright. That's a fun one. I do remember loving Air. I think Air is a fantastic track, and I've gone back to that one several times. Mind. Like, it's cool, but can you stomach it for like more than a couple songs at a time? I personally can't. I don't know. Is that just me? Stop Making Sense is your favorite? I haven't gotten to that one yet. Is that... What album is that on? Is that on Speaking in Tongues? Oh, the live one. I know what you're talking about. This one? Yeah, people love this. #1 for soundtracks. Like, eat me. Only 39 minutes. What does it have on it? Psycho Killer, which I have heard since. I don't actually remember it. Didn't leave an impression on me. I do not like Burning Down the House. I think it's slightly annoying. Once in a lifetime, obviously. Then this was also on our album here. Life During Wartime, right? There's a lot more on the album. Oh, because is that just the video? Is that just the video? Is there more? What it is? That? Oh, okay. Anyway. I won't lie that there's something very compelling about this music. There's something almost like it's something you haven't heard before, but when you hear it, you like recognize the vibe. It's such a unique one, but it's like innate in humans. Robin Thicke. Mutant Disco. I'm telling you. RYM, you need to calm down a little bit, okay? Jonathan Demme. That is right. I knew that at one point. Oh yeah. This song goes hard, actually. I remember being really impressed by Memories Can't Wait. Yeah, gothic, I was gonna say. It's like there's definitely that like dark Cure vibe going on. And then one of my favorites. I love the Wolf at the Door Radiohead thing they do here, where they have like a D minor, G minor thing going on or whatever, and then they turn it into a D major, G major for the chorus. It's so satisfying. That's so good. Fantastic track. Heaven. David Bowie vibes here. Solid one. I don't remember Animals. Oh yeah. A little much. Maybe I just need to listen to it more to get it. Because I feel like there's something there. It's so dense. And then Drugs. Very much like a Joy Division thing going on there. No Wave. A little bit. Anyway, this album is cool. While I still don't quite understand Talking Heads, there's just some really notable stuff here, and it just makes me want to listen to them more and like figure it out because I think there's something here. All right, get ready. We're going into the second wave of New Order. First we had the New Wave. Now we have the New Order wave. The New Order wave. So Get Ready has a few good tracks on it. I'm not going to linger here very long because I'm a little bit more familiar with this because I've listened. So Crystal, one of the better tracks here, of course. Classic. Not as good as Regret, but solid. 60 miles an hour, I think, is quite nice. I think I liked Vicious Streak. Like, even this, which is like in the canon of New Order, like a throwaway album where it's like, it's not the new wave dance stuff of the 80s. We don't care. It's not Blue Monday. It's not pictures corruption and lesbians. Sorry, that joke just fell flat on his face. But like, they're still decent songwriters at this point, and like, they don't completely hate each other yet to the point that the music is suffering. That like, these are good like pop rock songs. Yeah, it's like, obviously it's just like kind of alt rock, alt dance, a little bit of synth in there. But it's still solid. It's interesting, and like, it's worthwhile as just its own rock album, I feel, and it gets kind of overlooked. I like Turn My Way a little bit more. Billy Corgan on here is really nice. David Byrne founded Talking Heads to cure his Asperger's syndrome? What do you mean? Like, is that possible? Like, in an effort to try to cure it? Vicious Streak. Oh, yeah. Nice chill track here. Very much of the era, too, for 2001. What would you call this? Dance synth pop? No, it's like there's a certain like chill vibe that like this sounded like it would have been on like the background of like a GeoCities website, or like in the soundtrack of a tycoon game for like, you know, creating your own mall. I don't know, but he is Asperger, and he says, sorry, there's a heart right over the chat thing, and I can't get it to move, so I have to like read around it. It says music helps him. Oh, that's good. Primitive Notion. A little dull, but still has an edge. I remember this one being pretty boring. Truck commercial music. Chorus on this one is cringy. Shut up. This one's cool. I like when they like just screw around with synth and like come up with cool sounds. Not bad. Did I like Close Range? Yeah. A good one. Run Wild. Oh yeah. what a pleasant album. Like, I haven't listened to these songs in a long time, but honestly, these are like the only ones that like are skippable. The rest are interesting. I would say like 60 miles an hour, take it or leave it. Primitive Notion, take it or leave it. But like first three, last three, not bad. It's a solid album. You know what? I'm gonna raise it to about a 3 right there. Yeah. All right. Not such a solid album. This one, oh no. Oh no, this one is unbearable. Like, I don't like this album. This album suffered. Who's Joe? Just a flat, boring song. Hey now, what you doing? Decent track. This one's okay. I'm curious, is this one bolded? Is this one bolded on here? Yeah, I can confirm music helps. That's cool. Healing powers. Waiting for the... Is that Naked Lady? Can I show Naked Lady? Hold on. Yeah, she's naked. Why would you do this to me? Rated 230 for the... That doesn't even have the right songs on it. But that's the only one. It's not bolded. Crystal is bolded, and then that's the last bolded song they've had. Well. Anyway, back to it. So this one, I think is okay. I like the this moment in here. It's decent. I had to get over hearing it so many times a day, but I think I did it. This one I have not gotten over hearing. I think this one is still annoying and babyish. I mean, I know his lyrics have never been that great, but this is just like... It's a little too schmaltzy. Like, Waiting for the Siren's Call had just enough. This one is just a little over the line for me. Told you so. Still can't sing. Yuck. Hey, look, guys, we did Lowlife again, and it's boring. Matthew Perry becoming teenager movie original soundtrack. Why are you correct? This one's a bit silly, but it's entertaining at least. This one, trying to be Republic in a not good way. Guilt is a useless emotion. Ugh. Turn. It could be worse. It would be one of the worst songs on Get Ready. Like, you can tell they have no spice at this point. It's not there. It's not there. We're going to move on. Lost Sirens, however, has a couple notable things. It's still not great, but it at least has some interesting stuff on it. Some interesting ideas. Reminds me of Mid... What does that say? More a Blur. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. This has Sugarcane and Recoil, which are, I think, really great. This song is okay. Sugarcane is cool. kind of like music complete stuff, but it's fine. Recoil is one of my favorites on here. Listen, ready? Ooh, such a vibe. Californian Grass. Hellbent. Yeah. I remember this chorus. Oh my gosh. Electronic era.
But still we've got to try.
Crazy World mix. I think I said I liked this one a bit more in the follow-up or the discussion that we did for New Order. Anyway, this probably goes right into Music Complete, right? Which has some cool stuff. This album gets kind of knocked on, but there are some cool songs on here that I think are solid. Restless is not one of them. Not bad. They're at least like finding the melodies again, which is like when I first listened to this, it took me right back to like Low Life Brotherhood era New Order, where they were like nailing some of the melodies in their songs, and they really lost that spice. And here I feel like they found it again, at least in some songs. Singularity. This one's cool. You like New Order? Yes. Overall, quite a lot, actually. Not bad. Plastic. Back to the Blue Monday vibe. Honestly, wasn't able to get into New Order. I completely understand. This song's absurd. People on the High Line, I think, is okay. Did this have a good chorus? Maybe not. Stray Dog is cool, except for, was it Iggy Pop? Yep, Iggy Pop. His vocals ruin the song, and they're not even bad vocals. They just get in the way of an awesome instrumental. It's a great instrumental, but like it just clashes and it's cheesy. This is my favorite song on the album. I think that this is great. Like this is right back to Brotherhood for me. I think it's a great track. Nothing But a Fool. This was the one with the cool chorus. It goes back to the major. What is the chorus here?
Sometimes you don't know what you do. You think you're better than the rest. I want to you, but you
that's it. Not bad, not bad. This one's a little annoying in the way that Leave by REM is annoying. But you kind of start to vibe, you know? A little dense though. The game. I don't recall this. Oh yeah, okay. Kind of forgettable. This one is poppy, but it's fine. Has Brandon Flowers on it. I mean, you know, a guilty pleasure like some tracks on Low Life, I feel, but I don't know. Some cool moments. I think Academic is a legitimately great song. Nothing But a Fool has some decent moments. Superheated's a okay pop track. I don't know. I think it's worth listening to because there's some nice melody and some nice production and all that. I just wish there was an instrumental version of Stray Dog, but there isn't. And that makes me upset. Anyway, and they haven't come out with any new albums since. It's kind of been silent from them. They haven't released any singles either, have they? It's like just old stuff, archival things. Well, yeah, they did Be a Rebel, which did not lead to anything, and that was a mediocre song anyway. So, okay, so what comes next? Do we need to end? Oh, Electronic, and then Massive Attack. Honestly, I don't even want to talk about this. My opinions on these albums haven't really changed all that much. I would rather not listen to this again. This was one of the most boring albums I ever reacted to. And just the thought of going back to those songs like depresses me. Talking about this one though, hello, Bernard. Electronic. Man, I did not like this album at all. It was over an hour long, and it was just some of the most bland stuff on the planet to me. This had a couple cool things I want to highlight. Let's see. Is the album on here? Oh, is this the one that doesn't have... They don't have the album on here? It's not on Spotify? Well, I guess I'm not talking about it then. Make It Happen was a cool intro, and then I think it was Vivid. Vivid had like a cool harmonica on it. Does it say? No. But this was at least like a good mix of like rock and synth pop. So that one I think was commendable. Then we'll finish off with Mezzanine. Massive Attack. And we'll pick up with Pavement next time. Mezzanine. Angel. Okay. Oh, my son's going nuts out there. So this is like one of the best trip hop albums out there, right? Really low bass. It's cool. I won't lie. I don't fully feel the appeal, but the songs are really cool. I feel the same way about most Portishead I've heard. The vocal tracks I don't dig. Rising Sun and what was the other one? That was like super sexy. Was it Mezzanine? I don't know. The vocals, they just kind of get in the way for me. Obviously, Teardrop. Just makes me think of House and Cocteau Twins. Inertia Creeps. This is the other one that I didn't like the vocals on. Mezzanine does have vocals though, right? Production is so good though. Exchange. I liked this one. Yeah. Developers wanted to get Angel for their game menu, but they weren't able to get the rights, so instead they made a little copy of the song. That's actually really funny. Hold on. Can I look that up? Menu music. Oh my gosh, you're right. Dude, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. I like Exchange. Kind of cool, dreamy, sampley thing. Dissolved Girl. 98 too. Oh yeah. Cool mix of like the really smooth electronics with like rock guitar. Oh yes, this one. Who sings on this one again? 7. Who sings on this? And Horace Andy? Really interesting vocal presence. Great vibe on the whole album though. That like warbling bass. Like this was the stuff that they put in all of like the cyberpunk movies, you know? Someone walking into a club. It is a good headphones album. Because otherwise, like, the bass would kind of wash out the rest of the sound if you're listening with, like, a dedicated subwoofer. We revisit this. I'm very eager to listen to their other stuff. Like, I know that, Blue Lines is one that I've wanted to get to for a while. And there's a track off of here that I listened to on my top 10 single streams, and I remember liking it. Unfinished Sympathy. I think I really vibed with that. Can I play that real quick? What was this? It's so much different. Like that I can vibe with easy. It's the really like low, deep, bassy, sexy thing going on here that I'm like, it's cool, but it feels a bit cheesy at times. But no hate. No hate against it at all. I think it's quite notable. I've heard mixed things about 100th Window. There's a track on here that someone said they liked. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, let's be all done, shall we? We finished this run. We got all the ray up through Mezzanine, which puts us at, when did that reaction come out? February of 2021. So we're getting pretty close to these being done. I'll probably stop. Sorry for the irritation with my too late dude. It's okay. No, it's all good. I'll probably stop once I get up through the end of 2021, because 2022 is still going to be like fresh enough that nothing has changed. And then I'll just take a pause on these and then start them up again once a few more years have passed. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. Hope you all had fun. This was nice. These are always fun to just sit and reflect on like the old music I've listened to and enjoy the past and all that stuff. Anyway, yeah, so tomorrow I am not streaming with Ethan because he will be at the zoo. Absolute bastard. We're gonna try to do a makeup stream sometime during the week though, if we can, and then I'll be recording from a basement on the hill, last Elliott Smith album, technically I guess you could say, and then New Moon, and then Pole album. Then we're back into Talk baby. Good stuff. I'm gonna be doing a live album reaction on either the 18th or 19th. I'm going to be doing the new George Clanton album. Very excited about that. And that's all I got for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, fare thee well, and Godspeed.